Okay, Michelle Burr. I grew up in Chance from the time kindergarten on up.
So you moved here from somewhere else?
Military. We bounced around and then we settled in Maryland.
Okay. And what made you decide to leave Deal Island? You said you left when you were 18.
When I was 8, I didn't want to be a typical shuck oysters, clean crabs, and I wanted to see the city life and see what that was about. And after being up there for 15 years, there's no place like home. There's the best place to raise children. When you're a teenager, you don't realize that you're in God's country and how beautiful it is until you get out and test the real world.
Where did you go to?
I moved to Baltimore City, out of all places.
Baltimore's nice.
It's got its nice parts. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I do miss it from time to time, but it's visits and come back.
When did you come back?
Came back about almost 4 years ago.
4 years ago. And what sort of motivated you or made you want to really move back?
Every time I came down to visit family and friends, my kids just loved it down here. And it was just being up in the city, and it was getting rougher in the area we're at. And the school, they were all going to go to new schools the next year, and that was like a panic to me. And the more and more we came down for visits, the kids were like, why can't we just move down here? And I was like, you really want to? And I said, okay, let's do it.
Wow.
So, and they love it. I have 3 kids, a 14-year-old, 12-year-old, and 9-year-old.
And all 3 of them were in agreement?
They couldn't wait. They couldn't wait.
Wow.
So, and they're doing awesome in school. They love the schools down here. There's more, there's a lot to do in the city for them, but down here they have more freedom. I'm not like stressing out if they walk around the corner, what's going to happen to them.
Right.
And the one thing I love about down here is everybody knows I work here. So if they see my kids somewhere that they think they shouldn't be or I didn't know about it, everybody down here knows everybody. I will know what my kids are doing, where they're at, before they think I do. So I love that peace of mind.
Being around.
It's so weird. It's like my best friend and I talk, and it's like I couldn't live away from the water anymore. It's like even early in the morning watching the sunrise come up over the marshes, the smell, the sounds down here, it brings you peace. It's just like it's God's country. You don't see this beauty. I'm sure everywhere. I've been to Washington State and traveled, but down here it's just here. Growing up, you took it for granted. Like, my friends and I would spend all day at the beach. We'd go crabbing, we'd go fishing. We used to love to explore the marshes, come home muddy, missing shoes. And I guess when you hit adolescence, teenagers, you forget all about the fun and you think about, I'm stuck in the boondocks 45 minutes away from civilization, malls, and, so you kind of like, you go from loving it to hitting that teenage years where you forget about it.
You want the excitement.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
the most excitement we get around here is the skipjack races and the festival.
Once a year, yeah. So you work here, and you said you didn't used to want to do any sort of crabbing or oystering. Do you do any crabbing or oystering now? Do you do any work?
I'm telling you, it's so weird because I went on the oystering boat with Teddy last year just to see, because I've never been on an oystering boat. Now, last summer I spent every day off I had. My best friends Danny and Mo, I went out on the boat with them all summer long.
Right.
I love to go down there shanty when they fish up and help out, and it's part of life down here, and the smell, and you can't help but not want to. But like I said, you take it for granted when you become a teenager.
Right, and then when you spend enough time in an urban area where you get those smells, and then all of a sudden it's all you want to do. Okay. Well, thank you very much. I think that's it for the time being. Is there anything else that you wanted to add about sort of your experience coming back here, leaving and coming back?
I did love coming home and seeing everybody that I had not seen for 15 years. And it's like you never skipped a beat. They just welcome you back. And